In a small, quiet town stood St. Luke's Hospital. It was a rainy evening when Mrs. Okoye went into labor. Thunder rolled as nurses hurried her into the delivery room. Her husband held her hand, whispering prayers. By midnight, a healthy baby boy was born. He looked normal, soft skin, tiny fingers, bright eyes that seemed older than a newborn's. The room smelled of warm towels and antiseptic. Dr. Henry checked the baby's heartbeat and smiled. "Perfect," he said. Everyone relaxed. But as the first cry faded, something strange happened. The baby opened his mouth and said, clear as day, "Bonjour." The room froze. Rain tapped harder on the window. Dr. Henry's stethoscope slipped and clanged against the tray. Nurse Ada gasped. "Doctor, did you hear that?" Dr. Henry nodded slowly. "I heard it." Mrs. Okoye's eyes widened. "What's happening? Is my baby all right?" Before anyone could answer, the baby spoke again. "Good morning, good evening, good night." Each phrase came with a different accent. Ada backed toward the door. "This is impossible." The baby yawned like any other infant and added calmly, "Welcome, everyone." A knock startled them. Nurse Chioma entered, froze, and heard a tiny voice greet her. "Hello, Chioma." Within minutes, the hallway buzzed. Doctors, nurses, and curious patients crowded outside the door. Phones appeared. The newborn looked around and said, "Good morning," in crisp British English. Then repeated it with a northern Nigerian lilt. The words kept coming, greetings in styles no one recognized. By sunrise, a clip of the speaking baby spread across social media. Comments poured in, "Fake, a miracle, end times." Reporters rushed to the hospital. Government officials called, demanding proof. The hospital director arrived with security, expecting a prank. But when the baby greeted him in flawless English, his knees went weak. Dr. Henry checked the child's vitals again. Perfectly normal. "Everything is ordinary," he whispered to Ada, "except for this." Outside, a crowd gathered, chanting prayers and questions. Some claimed the baby was a prophet. Others feared a curse. Police struggled to keep order. Inside, the baby stretched tiny fingers toward his mother. "Don't be afraid, Mama. I am fine," he said softly. Mrs. Okoye held him tight, tears in her eyes. The infant closed his eyes, then began listing numbers and colors in strange rhythms. Some words sounded ancient, others sharp and quick like coded speech. Then he opened his eyes and smiled. "I remember," he said. By the second day, scientists and linguists arrived from universities around the world. Microphones and cameras filled the ward. The baby listened to each visitor, then replied in the language they spoke: French, Japanese, Swahili, Arabic, Russian, each accent perfect. Dr. Elena, a linguist from Spain, tested him with rare dialects. The baby responded without pause. "He speaks languages I can barely identify," she told reporters. "It is as if every tongue on earth lives in his mind." News stations broadcast live. People tuned in from every continent. Some viewers wept, some shouted conspiracy theories. The government offered the family protection, but the Okoyes refused to leave. "This is our son," Mr. Okoye said. "Not an experiment." Night after night, the baby amazed everyone. He counted stars in Latin, sang lullabies in Mandarin, and recited proverbs from tribes no one present had ever met. Yet he remained a normal baby in every other way, crying when hungry, sleeping when tired. Scientists ran brain scans. The images showed a healthy infant brain, but neural activity flickered like fireworks. "We don't have words for what we're seeing," said Dr. Henry. Religious leaders visited, some bowing, others debating. "Is he a messenger?" they asked, "or just a wonder of creation?" The baby often smiled but never explained himself. When asked how he knew so much, he simply said, "I remember everything." Weeks passed. The hospital turned into a fortress of journalists and pilgrims. Children came hoping to hear their own language. He greeted each one perfectly. One evening, as rain fell again, the baby looked out the window and whispered, The world forgets, but I remember. Dr. Henry leaned closer. Remember what? The baby turned to him with calm eyes. Before words, we were one. Before borders, we spoke the same. The doctor felt a chill. Who taught you this? The baby smiled. No one needed to teach me. Rumors spread that he could speak to animals. A skeptic brought a parrot to test him. The baby chirped a series of sounds. The parrot answered back. The room went silent as the bird was gnawed and missed all light. Months later, on his first birthday, the baby surprised them again. He began speaking less often, choosing silence over constant chatter. When asked why, he said, "Words are many, meaning is one." The family finally left the hospital and returned home. Crowds still waited outside their house every day, hoping for a glimpse or a single word. But as years passed, the child spoke less and less. By age 5, he used only simple English with his parents. Asked if he remembered the hundreds of languages, he shrugged. "They are quiet now," he said. Scientists begged to study him further. The family declined. "He came to show us something," Mrs. Okoye said, "not to be a puzzle." Today, people still tell the story of the baby who once spoke 200 languages. Some believe it was a miracle. Others call it a mystery science will explain one day. But those who met him remember his first words and the calm in his eyes. No matter what anyone believes, one truth remains. On a rainy night in a small hospital, a newborn spoke to the world, and for a brief moment, everyone, every language, every voice felt like one.